The Saskatoon Police Service continues to evolve and come up with new and effective ways to keep our community safe. We have Deputy Chief Cameron McBride with us today, newly appointed Deputy Chief. Congratulations, first of all, on that appointment.
Thank you very much.
I want to talk a little bit about your policing career and how you came into this role. It's been a number of years that I've been working with you on the community end of things, and very interesting to see that community building that's been happening.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. And I've been policing now for 26 and a half years. I, of course, started in patrol like everybody does, but a unique opportunity I've had in the last several years is to work very closely with community. I was promoted to the rank of inspector and moved to Central Division, which includes our downtown and some of our core neighborhoods. And it's been enlightening for me to learn the value of community and to hear the voices of those in the community, and to also hear those voices as you're making decisions. And so I've had the ability to meet with people who have a stake in their neighborhood, but also a stake in policing in general. And so the value of that information, of that guidance, can't be understated. And that's a lesson that I take with me now in every step of the way as I rise in the ranks, but also make more and more critical decisions in the police service. So,
yeah, it's not exactly, here's the keys to the kingdom. It's everyone working together to help you, help us. And I think that's a good thing that we've seen more of that engagement on the community level. So there's a new program that has just been kind of rolling out new for Saskatoon. I'll let you introduce that.
Sure. So we have created a Security Camera Registry program. And this is a program that is gaining traction across Canada as many of the larger policing agencies realize the benefits of understanding where cameras are in the community. And so basically what we've done is we've created a platform that allows members of the community, including residents and business owners, to log in and register their security cameras, and giving police the opportunity to understand where these cameras are. And this really helps us in investigations where understanding what happened, where something happened, the movement of the individuals involved is critical. So what we found is that as technology has advanced, really where 15 years ago it was very surprising to have video of something that's happened, today we're surprised when there isn't video of what's happened. And that video can be from a cell phone or from surveillance cameras or anything like that. And so in the case where something's happened in the community, it is commonplace now for us to be asking, is there video available? And what we've been doing is basically knocking on doors and checking to see if individuals or businesses in the area have cameras that may have captured the incident. Whereas now with the camera registry, we have the ability to attend a call and bring up a map of surveillance cameras that have been registered so that we understand where the cameras are and how we might utilize that video to speed the investigation, to not only identify people, but also rule out people who aren't involved, and understand where they've gone and what means of transportation they may have used. And so really it's a real advancement in policing, and it's something that the community can get involved in. We don't coerce people to register their cameras. We have we've made it an option for people who would like to register and would like to be involved to do that.
So if I have a doorbell camera that might capture something, in the front of my yard, and then one on the garage facing the street, and you know about that, along with a business on the corner, if you were looking to trace the pieces of the puzzle of someone who may be involved in that incident, your speed, I guess, is when time is of the essence in trying to capture someone. I only see it as a natural fit for a community to want to help themselves. So there would not be access to my camera online. It would just be that I have a camera.
Yeah, that's right. Basically what you're doing by signing up is you're acknowledging that you would like to be involved, that you are in principle willing to share that information with the police, and you're providing your location on a map. And so one of the concerns that I've heard from the community is that we might have access to those images real time, that we would somehow be able to connect in with somebody's surveillance system and be able to see those images, and that's not the case at all. No,
right.
All it's doing is telling us where those cameras are and enabling us to speed the investigative process and to understand what images might be out there. And it doesn't prevent us after the fact from knocking on doors like we've traditionally been doing, but the ability to capture information as quickly as possible can really be critical to solving a crime, to locating a suspect, and to preventing further victimization, because the faster that we can identify who's responsible and deal with them, the better off we are as a community as a whole.
Can you shed some light in terms of when you would access or be looking for access to that? So it wouldn't be that, someone took my son's bicycle out of my driveway. It would probably be a little more elevated or serious in nature, that the incident would spark the activation of getting that footage.
Typically, that's true. It would be something that's more significant in nature, although if the circumstance dictated, we may choose to look for video for some smaller scale circumstances. But definitely where time is of the essence and there's a very high expectation that we act quickly and that we resolve the circumstance quickly, that's really where we're interested in having this information. And as the database grows, we will continue to understand how to utilize it better.
Are there other examples in cities that you can share or talk about that you gleaned this idea that it worked in this city, in that city, we need to do it here?
That's common practice in policing today, and we're constantly working towards professionalizing policing. And when we consider professionalizing, we also consider what is being done in other jurisdictions so that we collectively benefit from advancements, from technology, but we also spare ourselves from heading down a wrong path. And we have the ability to learn from mistakes or from initiatives elsewhere that haven't worked very well. In this case, with the camera registry, there are larger cities that have utilized this program already. We utilized some of that information to help us build our own database, and used their registry platforms to help us understand what needs to be in there, so that a community member who's signing up for the program is 100% sure what they're signing up for, and can really be confident that they're that they're doing something that they're comfortable with.
I think that's the biggest takeaway that you've mentioned today, is that I don't have Big Brother in my system real time looking through my cameras into my yard or onto my street, that this is a willing vendor and I guess the police department that are working together to halt and at least speed up the apprehension of individuals that are, I guess, misbehaving and have done some things. Is there any advice you would give people in terms of their locations of cameras or anything off the cuff that you could offer them?
I think when we consider surveillance cameras, quality of camera is critical, and we often are provided video images that are of no value. The cameras are old or the equipment is malfunctioning, and an individual may have a sense of security with cameras, but the cameras are not providing them the information that they wish they had. So that's one thing. Another thing definitely is the direction that the cameras are pointing to make sure that the most commonly traveled portions of your residence are covered. Having one at your front door, perhaps at your back door, and facing the street are probably the best images in terms of value, definitely for policing, to see who's coming and who's going, and cameras situated in a way that the individual who you may be concerned about can be identified.
So even cross traffic, if someone was thought to be going north to south, going across the camera, you could piece that together based on other footage that you might have.
That's right, and we see people on foot, on bicycles, in cars, and so having that information as quickly as possible, what means of transportation did they use to make their escape, can be very critical.
If people did want to sign up or take part in the program, how would they do that?
If you go to the Saskatoon Police Service website, you will find the Security Camera Registry program on there, and it's a very simple procedure to sign up. And I would encourage any member of the community who would like to participate in policing and community safety to consider registering their cameras. The more, the better.
I think I'll be doing that tonight. Thank you so much for coming down and sharing that with us. And again, congratulations on the Deputy Chief appointment.
Thank you very much.